Hey guys, I am very excited about today's video because today's video is going to be another seasonal selection of eyeshadow palettes. I did this in the fall and I did 10 affordable fall palettes. Since winter is typically a season that people want to forget about, correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't really tend to linger on winter the way that we do with fall and summer. They're the same amount of time, but we really make those ones seem really big. We start them early, we end them late. I know that winter technically started last month, but obviously the holidays are their own season of makeup. So I wanted to start this in January, and this will be like January, February section for me of makeup. If you like top 5 videos like this, please let me know down below so I can continue to do them. Thought it might be fun to do like top 5 foundations, top 5 whatever. Let me know down below. Like this video if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. But yeah, I kind of want to swatch some of this. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so I don't know how you feel about winter, but I live in Ohio, so we do typically get some snow. Over the recent years, we haven't gotten very much snow, or we get like a lot of snow. Don't love snow, but to me, kind of winter colors, winter feels are kind of more cool tones, if that makes sense. So you got like the slushy snow on the road, those like tones of gray, those taupey colors, those concrete colors, and then you also have like the snow at night when the moonlight and the street lights are hitting it. Is a very nice ethereal kind of feeling almost, which it's like the only season that feels that way, feels kind of magical. And maybe that's because our holiday movies have like trained us to think that way, but at least for me. So the palettes that I chose are neutral, kind of pinky, purpley, iridescent type situations. I don't know if you agree with that take on winter, but like the eyeshadow that I have on today, I think this is a very, very much winter look. It is like colorful, but it's not bright like springtime or summertime. Also, like these kind of tones, if I had them in eyeshadows, you know, I would be putting them in here. So since I'm only doing 5, I am going to do high-end and affordable. I could probably do just affordable because I have over 100 eyeshadow palettes. But because I just wanted this to be a small collection, it's not like I'm telling you to go buy 5 eyeshadow palettes. It's if you see what I'm seeing here, it'll make sense. Let me just go ahead and show you and stop talking. I just wanted to preface by letting you know like how I feel about winter and eyeshadows so that hopefully you would understand where I'm coming from. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with the high end. I only have 2 of those, and then I have 3 affordable palettes. So the 2 high-end palettes that I have are like 2 of the newest palettes to my collection actually, and I didn't even realize at the time that I was buying them that these would be colors that I would want to wear this season, but now that I have them, I'm like, yes, those are colors I want to wear this season. So first I have the Pat McGrath, I know, but I'm obsessed. The Pat McGrath Mothership 1. This is like a really old palette, but I did just get it. Okay, this one has really nice, like neutral leaning cool tone matte shades. It has, hold on, I'm trying not to drop it, a black shade here, and then it has this one, which is one of her like, it's called Skin Show, the formula is, and it's like a, let me just rub it on my hand here. It's like this skin type color. It's like a highlight almost. She uses them for like a brow bone highlight type situation, but it usually is something that sheers out so it goes with whatever skin tone. And then, so these 2 are not cool tone. They're pretty neutral, like obviously the black and that one, but the rest of these are quite cool tone. Besides, this one is a gold. Here, let me see if you guys can get a good, you really can't. Okay, cool. Let's see. This, I don't know. Let me swatch some of these. for you. So the ones that I'm thinking of that are really, really screaming winter for me are obviously like the mattes in here, like this situation. That's a very like neutral. This is a little bit like bluey purpley, but these are quite neutral right here. These two are like her, I want to say like cream metallic type formula. These two are her matte formula. So I just think that's a really, really beautiful little section right there. And then she has this ridiculously vibrant blue, this soft gold, this icy, there we go. So we got this blue, this, see how soft that gold is? This is the shade that looks white in the palette. It's icy, 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 like blue, like it looks white, but it just reflects all blue. And then this one is this shade right here, which you can tell is kind of duo-y. And it's like a blue red shift. And I just feel like, look at those. Like that's beautiful right there. That, it does have some everyday shades in it too. So I do, you know, I think that's a beautiful palette. I'm not going to tell you that it's worth your money because I don't know anything about your money, but in my opinion, it is worth my money. I do believe that it is worth my money, which is why I bought it. The next palette is from Aether Beauty. These ones are obviously less expensive than Pat McGrath, but this one is very, very much along the same lines. Very much neutral. We've got some cool tone like gray colors. We've got kind of these pinky tones. These two are kind of like purpley gray-y tones. This one's kind of taupey. And these shades are actually really beautiful and kind of duochromy as well. Hold on, let me show you. So like, you're looking at this and it looks like pink. I'm looking at it and it looks gold. And then this one is a gold. I don't know if it looks gold. It's like a softer gold, but let me These are the 4 shimmers in the middle. So there's nothing there that's too like over the top colorful, you know, but they are colorful. Oh, there we go. Sorry, my stuff's so bright that you can't see anything. I don't know. I need to like fix up my lighting so that you can see me and my hands. But like this shade right here is very similar to that Skin Show shade where it's like just a reflective kind of highlight color. I don't know. It's a very like understated palette, but I think it's very unexpected how much you can get out of it. I'm using the mattes in here for my eye, for the majority of my eye. I did mix up like every palette that I have here. I used on my eyes. So this is like the mattes on like the outer corner and in the crease. This, all I used was, I used that shade in my inner corner as like the base for the rest of my inner corner because I knew that people would be least likely to buy that one. But I love it and I think it's perfect for the season. And then the next one that I pulled out, which is probably a majority of what's coming through on my eyes, and that is the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Cotton Candy palette. This one is very colorful, guys. It is very colorful. So if you wanted colorful, this is colorful. But if I take out this pink, this is winter palette to me. Look at that. Those are, that's winter. That's a winter wonderland right there. I have it on my eyes. What I did is I put this pink shimmer down on my lid and then I put this one over top of it. And then I have one more thing over top of that because I want to use all of these. I did use a little bit of this matte in the crease, just a little bit to make the colors blend a little bit more from that palette to this palette. And then I used a little bit of this one underneath my eye to bring that color into because I really just love that color. But I really love this. BH recently just came back with these and I really, really love these palettes. Obviously they have other color stories, so if you're more into like blues or greens or even neutrals, they have a neutral one. You can check those out. They also have like a cherry one and an orange one. But this one is my pick, definitely for winter. And then my last like leaning colorful is the e.l.f. Rose Water. If you don't wear a lot of makeup, you like something pretty neutral, but you normally are wearing like warm browns for like summer and fall, and you don't normally go into that like neutral, cool area, I definitely think this one is a good, gentle step in that direction. This shade right here, especially if you are fair like me, is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful transition shade. These colors are very easy to blend, easy to work with. I did use this to blend out my lower lash line a little bit, and then I used this brightest color as another like over the inner corner because it's so reflective. I definitely think these are, here I can just go ahead and, this is a really, really great intro into cool tones, I believe, which is a great thing for this season. Yeah. And that dark shade gets pretty dark, but it blends out. So it's not like a dark shade that you should be scared of. Use it as a liner, use it just to deepen up the other shade. So highly recommend that. And then this last one that I'm throwing in here, I'm not sure if it's sold out right now. It sells out so much because it's that good. But I definitely think if you are not into color, if you are not into colorful things at all, this is the one for you. This is the That's Taupe palette from Colourpop. I love this palette, guys. I've been using it. Look at that. So I took this Super Shock shadow and like sprinkled it all over my entire lid. Look, hold on, you can see it. Ooh, it's so pretty. And I put it in my inner corner and everything. And actually, yeah, that's the only shade I used from this. But this is really, really nice, especially if you don't want any kind of pinks or purples around your eyes, like what you got out of the rest of these. This one is super beautiful. I think it works in conjunction with these other ones. And I actually really think that the combination, let me open these up so I can show you what I'm talking about. I really think that the combination of the That's Taupe with the e.l.f. Rose Water is really similar to what you get in the Aether Beauty Rose Quartz palette. I didn't even say what the name of this is. It's the Rose Quartz palette. Obviously, you're not getting that duochrome, but the overall vibe right here, guys, like, this is my winter vibe. Really, really, really digging these shades right now, and I'm really, really happy that I have all of these palettes, even though I know I have too many palettes, but it's my life. Leave me alone. But that means that I get to help you guys out by, you know, curating these little collections to help you make decisions so you don't have to have as big of a collection as me if you don't want to. So those are my thoughts. Those are my top 5 palettes for this winter. Let me know, you guys, do you pick out palettes for this season or purchase palettes for this season? Is that something that's on your mind when you're purchasing a palette? Are you like, I really want to get this new palette because it'll be great for the season? Is that a thing that crosses your guys' mind? Because it's not really a thing that crosses mine typically. But looking back at my collection when I'm pulling something out, I go, oh, like, this is great for this season, if that makes sense. So yeah, these are 5 palettes. I love the formula on all of these. I think they are great quality. I obviously can't 100% vouch for other things in the line. Like if you were to get another Aether Beauty palette, I don't know because I've never tried it, but I do really love this formula. I think all of these formulas are pretty easy to work with as well. So I think no matter if you're a beginner or an expert or makeup artist, I definitely think that you could work with any of these palettes and be really happy with what you come up with. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!